Welcome to Core Finance, sponsored by Batsford Securities. I'm joined by Matt Brown, market commentator here at Core London. Morning to you, Matt.
Morning, Moose. Happy September.
Yes, there's a thought. Did anyone bid for you on transfer deadline? Anyone come in for a cheeky 40 million bid?
I'm afraid not. I'm still here.
Wonderful. I'm delighted to hear that. Right, let's go through some slides. First one, markets flat ahead of non-farm payroll today and Labour Day holiday on Monday.
Yes, indeed. So a few little things here. I think, well, it's the first day of the month, so a lot of asset managers yesterday obviously moved out positions, closed off for August. Here we are, 1st of September. Do you open new positions? Well, it's a long holiday or long weekend in the US. You've got non-farm payrolls, maybe a bit of volatility in the market. So I think on the back of that, a lot of people are just stepping back. I mean, bear in mind, last weekend we had North Korea firing missiles over Japan. So I think investors are a little bit wary of stepping into the market today. Maybe wait till Tuesday before taking a position.
In September, historically a bad month for markets as well.
Yes, indeed. We did a piece with Alessio Rastani yesterday and FX Street, just talking about September and the volatility that you do see in September. That could be an opportunity, but look at the VIX. If you want to protect your portfolio, maybe have a little bit of insurance on the VIX index, the fear gauge. If we see volatility, the VIX will go up.
Medium forecast for the number today in terms of non-farm?
Non-farm, looking at 180, that's number. But investors will look below that and look at unemployment figure and more importantly, hourly earnings. And they're the key drivers. Market really now isn't focusing in on the core number, on the headline number. Look at those numbers. If we see improvements, certainly in hourly earnings, that is a positive.
Understood. Let's move swiftly on to FTSE one to watch, the Royal Mail. Demotion time?
Yeah, demotion time. Royal Mail in bad company with Provident Financial, obviously after their woes as well. Their market cap has dropped. Royal Mail is moving from first class to second class down to the FTSE 250, and it's just not performing that well. I mean, it's a logistics company as well as a postal company. It isn't performing well. It came to the market. We were looking a few years ago, trading up at 5.60. It's now around £4, and it's just not a good company, to be honest.
Okay, so let's talk about an AIM company. One to watch, the Morses Club, putting you first. We've had them on the show before. What's caught your attention there?
Numbers yesterday, first half-year numbers, performing very, very well. Now, they're the second biggest doorstep lender in the UK behind, we've already mentioned it, Provident Financial, and they are picking up market share left, right and centre. They're doing very well on the back of this, performing incredibly well. The stock has moved. It was at 130 in July, dropped down to 104, but after the Provident Financial debacle, it is now up near 140 again, and it's performing very, very well. Good numbers. Take a look at it. Understood.
The Great British Pound, in terms of the euro, crossed 92.01. We talked about parity all week, or sort of the big banks have talked about parity. The Great British Pound against US dollar 129.61. A little bit of indecision on cable. The technicians, the technical people coming on the show suggesting this is going low. We've got some fundamental people saying it's going higher. And I thought a very wise person, last 24 hours, said do nothing in that market. It's too choppy.
Exactly, and it's going to get choppier. Certainly over September, we already spoke about that.
Okay, so let's move on to our broker upgrades today. HSBC, JD Wetherspoon. They've gone from a previous recommendation of a buy, gone to a hold. So I'd like to be holding a pint right now.
It's too early for that, Moose. Come on. They've reduced their target from £12 down to £10.90, which is actually where the stock's now trading. Worth noting, Berenberg have got a sell rating on this stock down to 750, so obviously that's a big move. And really, they're just looking at the whole UK pub space and margins. Costs are going up. We're looking at the Brexit, etc. In fact, I was actually in a JD Wetherspoons, believe it or not, one of the first times I have been at the weekend. I think it was £3 a pint. Incredible. How are they making money? But HSBC have just reduced that target on them slightly. Interesting play, but they've also reduced Green King as well, so they don't like the UK pub sector, unfortunately.
Unlike us. Right, the core number, 12 million.
12 million, yes. I was reading an article today about the number of cracked screens in this mobile screens in the UK, and people with their smartphones walking around with cracked screens. It's a big number.
12 million people.
12 million people.
In the UK.
I've actually got a crack on my phone
Right.
and need to get that repaired. But what does that mean? Well, does it mean people aren't getting them repaired? They're not looking for new phones. We've already seen Dixon's
Dixon's, yep.
yeah, car phone. The terrible numbers from them, woeful numbers. So people just aren't looking to upgrade their phones. Maybe they're waiting for the new Apple iPhone 8, I believe. Blimey. There's also I was reading an article when I was doing a bit of research on this. You're more likely to be single if you have a cracked mobile phone screen, especially if you're male, because women do not like it. 86% of women say it reflects negatively on a man if they have a cracked phone. So if you're in the market and you're single,
buy yourself a new phone.
Exactly.
Right, let's wrap up with the economic calendar today. In the US, non-farm payrolls, ISM manufacturing PMIs, and the Baker Hughes rig count. Right, final thought of the day. We've got through the week. No Armageddon, thank the Lord.
Exactly. As I said at the top of the show, though, I think people are unlikely or wary about putting big positions on over the weekend. Let's wait till next week and see where the market goes.
Matt, thank you very much.
You're welcome.